lot of soothing messages. So this message somewhere I heard, so you only taught me when I was a student. So whatever you teach in your life, maybe when you fall sick, it will come back to you. Counseling is such a thing, when you are in trouble, same word somebody has to tell you. Good. What do you want?
Just this begin.
Okay.
Meghna, on my table,
I don't
bunch
want
of
that.
papers.
See,
Is
always, if there is a vacant chair, occupy it. That's your responsibility.
Sir, I said first.
Don't tell that no, it is somebody's choice. Always move. And there should not be a vacant chair in front of you. And make it very clean. I'll tell you the order. I don't like this. All the four of you get go back. This chair also you get. There has to be a gap on both sides. Otherwise, a person from here has to come all the way there to the right. There has to be vacancy. That do it. The class should become so convenient. And straight. The girl people don't say straight, they say straight. Here, straight. Now this looks in order, correct? Yes or no? Order is called a krama, which is not a krama, is called a akrama. So you are an akrama. This is illegal. What is legal and illegal? I am a law graduate. Yeah. What is legal and illegal? What is acceptable to the culture is called legal. Law of the land. What is it called then? Law of the land. Which is not acceptable in your house is against the dharma of the house. Swadharma, Kudumba dharma, professional dharma, different dharmas are. Okay, whichever dharma is there, that's a rule. My sister was married to a Navy person. So I was going to Navy. So you know the rule for Navy to see the movie in the Navy theater? Full sleeve, shoes, insert, belt has to be there. Even your shorts are tight enough, not belt has to be there. That's a rule. So to see a movie, you need all this. Yeah, that's our rule. So I never had a pants. So I took my brother-in-law's pants. Imagine in the 12th class, a Navy fellow's pants, and then I realized, yeah, my belt is required. That is the rule. If you want to obey that, that's it. You go to Kerala temple, they will ask you all the gents have to do. That's the rule. If you want to come. Shabarimala, girls are not for. That's the rule. You construct another temple, make your rule. That's your rule. So rules are for. We had a R. Veerabhadraya, an old professor when I was doing PhD in Bangalore. So sometimes the rules are told. He was my professor's professor. So we were all doing PhD under him. Because he was professor's professor, even after retirement he was kept as an office person who will tell rules to the youngsters. He will tell so many things. This is not applicable, this is the rule, this is the rule. I said, no, this is not correct. Rules are for fools. Whenever I say rules, I remember rules are for fools. Why are you here? Why are you obeying somebody's rules? Because you have no other option. No. You are not able to follow the rule. Why are you still following here? I don't like these rules. So what? Then courage you should have. Then you don't have to follow rules. Your rules you make. See, it looks dense, beautiful class. Do you like your class in the first seat in front of you itself is vacant? As teacher, do you like it or not? Then how as a teacher you are same day, same date, July 30, July 30th, correct? CBSE principals of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. I was giving a lecture in Trishur. All the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan teachers from Doha, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Most of the teachers were from South India. So they decided they will not have a teacher training program in Doha. All the teachers will come to Kerala and then we will have a training in Kerala. Beautiful, no? Next year they decided they will have it Kerala. Next year they will have it Tamil. So all the teachers when they come to India, they can have a South Indian rule in the next 4 years. So once 2013, same date I was talking to all the teachers of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Today I posted. The reminders will come to me. 2013 what happened, 2014 what happened. They are also saying, no, first thing what I told is Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. No discipline. Correct? So sometimes I give lectures like this and then communication skill class in that, but second class also same people will sit. Like you are all sitting in my third class. Why is it sitting? I have nothing to say. Finished. Whatever I have to teach. No. You were teaching for last 3 days. I want to know whether you improved or not. Anyway, we have not improved. 3 days you must improve, right? Right? With all the experience you have. Vidya Pit, whether Dr. TPS improved in last 3 days or not. I am testing. So I am going to test all of you. All of you have got this. What do you do generally when this is to be distributed? The teacher will go and then he has to distribute, right? Now I have a rule, I'll tell you different techniques. When I was academic staff called director, certificate distribution. So generally certificate distribution, what you do? They come and collect. Coming and collecting will take more time and distributing. The word itself is called distribution. So I made a different rule. In my class, distribution will not be. They come and collect is not called a distribution. That's called a collection. Certificate distribution is the program given. What should I do? So even when I am called as a guest somewhere, it is written certificate distribution, Dr. TPS. Then somebody will call them. I said, you have written distribution. So my job is to go and give. Don't go all day. Right? Now what do I do is the extreme end, all of you come here. Extreme end, all of you come here means finished it. Or the last extreme. Yeah, you take, distribute it. If there is extra, give it to the laboring person. Finish it. Take it from there and then distribute it between. That's your job. You just give the bunch. You take one and give the bunch. You take one and give the bunch. The next person's job is to give. So you understood? It works faster. Same job. Distributed, right? Now I have not distributed my papers. What did I do? The job itself I distributed. Understood the technique? When I was in office, my office was always clean. You'll ask why. What do I do? Distribute it. I don't take the job. Always distribute. Now you have names of different people, right? And there is column. The first column is, as of now, you know most of your colleagues. And you have few enemies, few friends also. Definitely the friendship is there, enmity is also. When there is a mountain, there is a valley. You may like somebody, you may not like somebody. You may have favorite people, you may not have favorite people. Not that favoritism can be physical. Oh, she looks good. I am not asking. Make an assessment of your colleagues and then give a rank from 1 to 39. Don't do that now. Instructions are not out. Now she is looking better. I can do it for 50 to somebody else. Get out in 39 is there. So you have to, no two person can get same rank. I will tell you a technique of doing it. It's very hard. It's not an easy job. Okay. We have in our office also, we do small such assessment evaluation. So what do? You have first 5 people who are the best in your group. Identify, oh, these people are not born to be. Fine? If you don't know what is to be done, you are the last 5. So identify the last 5. So you give the worst people who are not communicating to you, who are not talking to you. They may be very good, but you have not talked to them. That's not your mistake. Yes, it's your mistake. We have a big problem. What do we say? He did not speak. You could also go. Yes or no? One day I telephoned to her. No, there is no other option. Earlier it used to be landline, right? I called the landline. Then I said, I want to talk to so and so person. Sridhar, I want to talk to Sridhar. But the sound was a lady sound. So he is not Sridhar. He is not Sridhar. She is also not Sridhar. Right? She cannot be he cannot be she. So what happened? I said, ask him to call me back by evening. Evening also called him back. I was waiting for what? Yeah, Sridhar did not call until evening. What did I do? Waited. 2 days waited, 3 days waited. No call. After 5 days, Sridhar called me. Actually, it is not my purpose. He wanted something from me. I want to give him a feedback. After 5 days, he called me. Why DrTPS you didn't call me? I said, I called you. Asked you to call back. I told your wife. So he called the wife and scolded. No call came. There was our mate. So many confusions, right? Why? I thought it is his wife. I had a confusion. How does it matter? I cannot talk again. Anyway, it is my purpose or his purpose. Instead of thinking Sridhar is my enemy, I should have sorted that out by. Correct? See, today I scolded a boy. I was expecting he should come to me. He should call him. Then by the time the school went, I don't want to tax you. I don't want to tax somebody else. If I given a chance, I would have called him and speak to him again. This happens. It just went on the fly. We were discussing something else. Otherwise, immediately I wanted. That's why I asked whether those students are not there or not. Immediately when we came back, I asked, right? Then the reason was I wanted to call him again. Definitely, you may not have a pain, but that child will have a pain inside. Definitely, small pain will be there. No. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because his colleagues also will feel this fellow did something. That feeling will be there. I want to sort it out and call him, but he was not there. So anything what you should do, if somebody is not talking to you, immediately talk. If you see a new face, I am in your house. Whose house is this? Your house. I am a guest. You should come and talk to me. I have not seen any teachers coming and talking. Because you don't enter in her room. They are restricted area. No, sometimes some principals. Yesterday I was telling, when I was a head of the department, when somebody comes immediately they can sit in the chair. The chair is kept for people who come to meet you. Even if you are attended. Even it's a student also. Because they are also senior people to know, right? Because I have got professors who are my students later. How do you imagine your students becomes your teacher now? I had my teachers attending my class because I became director of a university. When I was plus 2, they were my teachers. Later, to improve their qualifications, to become professor, they were assistant professors. I became director. They have to attend my class. You attending your students' class. So you may know some people, you may not know some people. It doesn't matter. Don't take too much thoughts. First click. You must have already had people in mind, right? Don't give same rank to people. You have to rate it. Another column is there. That will come after some time. Yeah, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 39, 37, 38, 38, like that you put. Then rest of the thing you fill. that becomes easy. I am giving you a clue for doing. Don't discuss. No instruction. If you have doubt, you ask me. Why do you become a representative of mine? Am I a dumb fellow? And you are more communicative than this. Somebody says no. What he means is when somebody gives lecture, he says what he means. I said I know what I mean. You don't have to explain what I mean. Ask. Don't give answer. When you give answer, you are a host. Yeah. Everyone, no gap. Including you. Your name is also there, including you. You think you are the first, right? First there. Why not? You are also you. You hate you. Not more. You know more. This is a gospel. Give them 39. You know more. You are the most brilliant, right one. Just joke. But next one will be interesting. Another column is there. And third column will be the most interesting.
Actually, yesterday you said no negative to the parents. How much marks?
How much you gave to your husband?
50, sir.
50 only. Did you do something better for him?
Yes,
You didn't give the 100?
No, actually, I did the same thing what you said about my daughter. But the teachers have
सीरियल वाइज नहीं है इसमें कौन सी सबसे अच्छा टीचर कौन है अच्छा टीचर को हाँ बहुत अच्छा लगता है तो एक से दो बहुत खराब वाला तो 39 खराब करे तो ना अगर करे तो बहुत अच्छा है उसका अच्छा है 1 2 3 4 रैंक है नंबर है क्या उसका नाम है
Masala dosha. If you give one for me, masala dosha. Don't copy. You give me one, I will give you one. Don't do that. No chance. 1, 2, 3 up to 39 number should be there.
No, I am just asking who is who. 2 days, sir. Which name we must switch?
Who is that? The same without the initial also?
Initial is there.
Initial is there.
Yes,
Come and speak. Both are Srilakshmis.
Yes, sir.
Who is R?
I only say once.
And you?
Srilakshmi K.
K. She is K. She is Karnataka, this is Rajasthan. K for Karnataka, R for Rajasthan. Any Keralians are here? No Kerala teachers? I am seeing in school without Kerala teachers first time. Shall I join Kerala teacher? Just to have a teacher? Because any world you go, you will see Kerala teacher. Why not? You have some major course Kerala. Ask them. Prashant? We are already done. Finish. Don't take 1 hour. Another 2 minutes. only a small exercise for you to identify how your children interact with others. Do it in your class. It will be great fun. You understood? We have got a lot of students. Ask all of them. They will not evaluate you based on the merit, based on the rank, based on the behavior. Did you rate anyone with the rank 1 because that teacher is the most knowledgeable teacher? Why? Why? Interaction. So what matters to teachers, students, society, even a bank clerk, whether he is brilliant or not is not what matters. What matters? Which is very lacking. Very less in this school. That's what I found. That's my observation. You have to be more communicative. Okay. Now I have got. How do you become communicative? Worthless, useless things for temporary you can make people happy. Now tell me, what did you learn? Except one, all of you attended 1 hour, right? All of you will get a chance. You have to speak 1 point. Only 1 point. Write down 10 points in a notebook. This paper you keep it aside. Write down 10 points which you got it from my class, whether in my discussion, whether you got, I don't know whether except one Sumana. And that book I have to write Sumana's name and give it to her. Right? One book. Because she's only one book communicating. There is a message on my YouTube morning. There is an email also. She is absent today. And she said, I'm missing your class. That's what I said. I don't know whether it's genuine or not, whether she is a good or not. That doesn't matter for me. I'll tell you, I had a brother who was a professor, very strict in his life. Okay? I lost my father when I was 4 years old. So my eldest brother was from Canada. He was very strict. Each one of my, all 2-3 brothers are senior to me, another 3 sisters are senior to me. When we overheard him, we said, no, we had so strict, so useless. And I was the youngest. So I had all liberty to say, you are useless in his face. But others did not have courage. And then he used to beat me also. But then later, when I became elder, I took him to my office. He never had such a great office. In department space, we have great office. You can't imagine the way we sit. Very rich. Our garden maintenance is too large. Even today in my house, I want anything to be done. If I just call my maintenance girl, 10 people will come and work. In my house, it's done. Right? That's how they work. Government, it's like that. Always we have a lot of people, laborers, money also so lavish. Seeing all these people, he feels lot of respect to me. When I wanted to go back to university, he said, don't come, it's a worst place. Universities are not having this sort of facility. All went back. I said, I want to come back to Kerala to an academic system. And if it is bad, what can I do? I can change it. So he said, don't come. It's not at all a good place for a lot of politics, a lot of problems in the state government. No. And my DA was great, salary was great, and I was reducing my salary and going. He was objecting. But then I invited him many times to my there also. After 1 year, he said, I can change you very much. Correct? So if something is not good, what you should do? Change. If you feel yesterday we did this exercise, what can be done to improve this? One small point if you have, you should be able to say, this is not the way it should be done. Let us do like this. Correct? If you think like this many times, so many ideas will come. When you discuss with somebody else, okay, let us do. But don't tell that you do it. What you should do? You should take responsibility. So many things we can think. What I have done is, whatever comes to my mind, I don't prepare. You tell me, I will show you one PowerPoint which I have prepared for this school. I get this project. If it is too boring, I don't know because I have never seen it the first time. Right? So if it is too boring, too informal, then what do I do? Make a PowerPoint, finish my work. But here I cannot do that. It was genuine. Some places we have to act, some places will become like what we are, right? Understood? So I found that all of you can contribute to make a cultural change. That's what I want. That's what when I was called for half day or 1 day? Half day. I said no. I will not come for half day. Then I bargained. Teachers were also happy. After making the schedule, I said, one more request, parents. Actually, it's all my request. And she said, parents don't generally happen. I said, children are with me, I can make parents better. I tried my level best, I don't know what. But I never thought this communication is too bad. The communication between the children and their parents are also bad. That's what I said. Because those children did not went and told that you should attend this. Even after repeating it. You know why? All of you keep repeating instructions. Stop doing it. Only once you should. When teachers keep on repeating things, they expect that you tell once again. Repetition is not a good thing. Only once. I will tell you only once. It should happen. That's how. Big hierarchy. That's what I'm saying. Assume that you are a secretary to Chief Minister. Do you think Chief Minister tells 10 times to the secretary? Only once. Any office, in our office also, we will not tell many things many times. Only once. Once you tell, they should know what is to be done. And you know how is it done generally? In army and all. Assume I give an instruction to you. Go and get some white paper. Go and get some white paper. Now wait. You are going. I am only demonstrating. You know what she is supposed to tell? Their sir is to be called. Sir, you asked me to go and get some white papers. I am doing. So it's confirming that the instructions that I want white papers is what I heard. Immediately, sum only I said, right? You imagine the sum is how many? You started running without even asking how many. I by mistake told them sum. You should ask how many. Did I say 2 or 20? How many you will go and correct? How can you guess? That sum can be 100 also, right? Yes or no? So instruction was not clear from you. So what you should do?
I have to ask.
Ask and clear. That's it. Understood? Don't take anything for granted. It has to be 100% clear. Every instruction. And you are not doing it, your children also will become. Suppose what do you do generally? I told you Bhagavad Gita slokas. I did not say when is the last date, when is the beginning date. I said 12th there will be a prize award. Suppose 12th I have to give an award, don't I have to evaluate it? Suppose you give a 12th, difficult work. So what do you expect from the date? Right? So many people keep calling and asking me, when is the last date? I said first date. Last date I don't tell you. Last date can be 12th. But if I get 100, I'll close it. That's it. Why people wait for last date? You know what happens in the schools? I'm not telling it here, I don't know. Generally in the schools, the most of the children keep saying, immediately they will ask, you will also tell the last date for submission. Should tell as early as possible, sufficient number is the resource. I was also teaching internal assessment for BTech students. Okay, so what do? I evaluate only the first attempt. First of the things I show. I don't evaluate. Repeat. So many chances are given to see whether they will fast response or not. Fast response is fast. Don't ask, oh, let my chance come at the end. No. Your chance should be idea is to make them active, right? So all of you attended 1 hour lecture at least. You must have seen YouTube or not, but I don't care. Tell me one point which will. Now, anyone who says one point cannot repeat the other. So you cannot get time to think. That's why I want all of you to write 10 points. Write it fast. Did you write now? Finished? 10 points? I asked you to write 10 points and told you many other things. But still, this job was given. Many of you forgot that, right? How many of you finished writing 10 points by now? Drift? Yeah. Yeah, but started writing, right? Good. See what happens in office, one job is given. I may give many other jobs. That doesn't mean first job is forgotten. No. Are you getting what I am saying? And the whole exercise what I did now is for testing that. To test your presence of mind. Why? Because as science teacher you would have given a job. Next maths teacher will give a job. Does it mean that science teacher what he told is forgotten or not? Yeah? So how do you remember? Write down. Start the job. So that suppose one point is written, looking at the book you will remember, oh, this is what is given. So instruction is given, at least write 1, 2, 3 up to 10 and give the number there, then you will remember, oh, this is why the number is given, then you will remember. Most of the time in house also you will forget many things. You know what do we do? Suppose I wanted to come for the program, every message immediately I answer. Otherwise, I miss. There are so many other messages coming. And then what do I do? Oh, I have to go. These are the books which I have to give. So my box is ready the day I speak. Immediately the books are kept inside. So whenever I think of something, it is put in the bag. The packet is ready anytime. So last moment the packet is not there in my bag. Right? First itself I start packing. And this is called the, you want technical terms, what I am teaching now, 5 principles. Now you Google, all that what I taught can be put into a beautiful name and then nice names and all. Kaizen, another name is called the Kaizen. Kaizen. Technical terms I can give you, but I am not giving you. I am a management professor. So I can give you, what did I teach? You want to write beautiful names, you write DrTPS called Kaizen principles. Kaizen management, okay, or classroom management, Kaizen classroom management, or Kaizen education, Kaizen culture. So many things can be told. Now you Google, you will know whatever I spoke belongs to that. But that is not the new name. This is part of our daily culture and values. But I kept a few books actually, because I cannot carry so many books now. Right? And all of them, this is my son took a picture. The cover page is my son's photograph. He is a good photographer. His photographs are being sold in Dublin. He makes public display of his pictures and somebody will buy it. When multiple copies are sold, somebody will come. Already sold out. So I want another copy, so he will print and give it. He is a professor, assistant professor in social science. So this is passion. This is Bombay Beach. And inside you will see most of the, see my pictures only. Right? Yeah. Who asked do you want to write your life story, right? 75th title is Passion After Pension. That is the book title of my activities after retirement. So it's mostly research, but some poetry also. Kalam I told already. Jayalalitha also there is there. Jayalalitha I love so much because she was one of the best chief minister. I used to stay very close to her house in Chennai because our ISRO guest house is next to her house. So whenever I go to Chennai, I stay in this guest house. And her house So I wrote a poetry on whom the teacher mentored me. It's a beautiful book, right? Written by me. Woman not to be understood. Woman not to be understood. Tell your husband, don't try to understand me. Because I keep changing. Correct husband? Will you not change? Are you the same when you got married? After few years you changed a lot, right? Did you change? Very hard to change. Yeah. I told you yesterday. Try to change it slowly. If not possible, change it. That's what it is. Attitude plus skill plus opportunity is performance. So many of the principles what I told in the class is also quite. Okay. Is there anybody who wants this? Is there anybody who wants this? Is there anybody who wants this? 1, 2, 3. Anybody who wants this? Anybody who wants this? Okay, I found nobody wants. See, nothing in your life you will get if you raise and say, I want, I want, I want, I want. Now finish. You understood? I asked 4 times and all of you said, I want, I want. You expecting me to come there and give it to you? Udyamenaiva siddhyanti Udyamenaiva siddhyanti Karyani manorathai Nehi suptasya simhasya Pravishyanti Devrudaha. Lion will not open the cave and ask the deer come, I will eat you. The deer come, I will eat you. Will it happen? You have fever. So what to do? Paracetamol. Paracetamol will cure my fever. Paracetamol will cure my fever. Will it cure? Udyamenaiva siddhyanti. Karyani manorathai. Nehi suptasya simhasya. Pravishyanti mukhe vrudaha. What a beautiful, lot of lessons. So how did I demonstrate the sloka? Sloka is what? Now what did I do? Demonstrate. Right? Now you will learn from it. Now if I ask you, is there anybody who wants what will happen? Correct? Don't ever wait for things to come to you. Grab it. Opportunities are there everywhere. Your attitude matters. Jump and win. I never leave opportunity. I was telling, whenever we fly, when Janaki is there, I will go beside and talk to him. So many people I met while flying, I speak to all of them. Everybody likes somebody to speak to them. I've seen Kerala politics, very active person when they were not active also, when they come to railway station, do like this. Nobody will be there to say well, but still they will do it because that is their habit. Right? Okay, now tell me 10 points. Finished? This masala will happen in between. But actual vegetable is what is the 10 points. Now tell me who want to share.
I want to share.
Yeah, nobody should repeat your point. That means you have only one great point. And you feel that somebody else will get your last chance is gone. Only one point. Sit there. Or stand up there and let's see. So that everybody is.
Always make a note of what is there. And
Take a note. Not finished. Make a note of the thing. Yeah. Take a note and make a note. That's it. Yeah. Tell your name. Sri Lakshmi. You rich? Rich for what? I am rich for my cup of tea. I decide where I will take my tea. Okay, everyone is rich for what? For my cup of tea. Whether I will take it in airport, one cup of tea is 120 rupees. But on the roadside, it is 12 rupees, right? Will the taste matters? This may be more tastier than this one. Yeah. Name.
my name is Bhavana. My name is Bhavana.
Bhavana. Okay. Yeah, agree or spelling. That's another lesson. Q text, when somebody asks your name, spell it. Okay. See, even when somebody comes for interview, we have your full CV. Still, we will ask what's your name. So Q text. Again, we will see. To check whether you know the principle of spelling. Yeah.
Learning can happen anywhere. Learning can happen anywhere.
Anywhere. Look around. Opportunities to learn. Plenty of them. Yeah. Next. See, what we have started today is evaluation. Now this is one method to know many people. Now second column is to improve your writing. I am giving you, I should not tell, but I am giving you the truth so that you become attentive. Who told what? Oh, there is a good learner. Teacher's quality is learning. You are evaluating not by beauty. You are evaluating by the way they react. Right? Yeah.
Listen, I'm Sandhya.
Sandhya.
Listen to clear instructions.
What is Sandhya?
Evening.
No. There is three Sandhya. You heard three Sandhya?
Sunset time.
Sandhya means change of time. Change day to evening. Three Sandhyas are. Forenoon to afternoon is also Sandhya. Madhyana Sandhya. Okay? Hey Sandhya. Never heard Trisandhya? Did you hear Trisandhya the word? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Louder no?
No, sir.
Trisandhya. Now Google Trisandhya. Then find out which are the three Sandhyas. Sai and Sandhya. So you said the Sandhya means Sai and Sandhya because you love darkness. You want to be night person. Okay.
Doctor, listen to clear instructions.
Yeah, now you learn. It's so much of good life. See, I am not telling this for you to do it. Repeat in your class. You know how many students will become active? What? Yeah.
Anuja, let children be as they are. Don't try to change them.
You become the role model.
Become them.
Then they will roll behind you. Yeah.
Ranmekha. I found your sessions very lively because you integrated some shlokas, song, all that. So with proper voice modulation, it becomes more attractive.
That is because easier to remember slokas. Then what I do for this sloka? I start explaining, then come back to sloka. So that few slokas I remember, I can fill the class.
But that doesn't go away from the subject. So we can integrate in that way and make it into the class and mind.
Yeah. That good little presence of mind is good enough to connect.
Myself, Meghna. Observation is very important.
Yeah. So what did you observe?
She was
What did you observe looking at me? Only in the last 30 years, 6 months back, once I went to a barber. Otherwise, I used to tell myself. Last I went because I was to act in a movie, short film. So they wanted a different hairstyle. For which also I did not pay. I said I decided I am not going to pay barber. You should take me and then pay. That's a producer paid for me. In which you have to show that new style. You want to see that picture? Google. So observation is first. Got it? If you have observation now, it becomes very easy to learn drawing. Very easy to learn drawing. Easy to write poetry. Easy to act. You have heard about mimicry people? Yes. You know what do they observe? Where the sound is coming from. The sound can come from tongue. Can come from nose. Did I change? Nose. The sound is coming from nose, right? How it is coming from. So these formulations is what is mimicry. So different people are sound. So you observe where is it coming. So you can become good.
Communication reflects our feelings.
The way
How
you
you communicate
communicate.
with the other person, that reflects your feelings. If you are angry with them, they will show you anger. If you are smiling at them, they will show smile.
Kiri Purani Apukshayanti Purusham. hairstyle is good. All that doesn't matter. What matters is Bhushanam. Nice words will make you to show your presence and your absence. So there is a saying, you have a big elephant in your house. What is that big elephant mean? People are there together but they don't see because in between them there is a big elephant. Between husband and wife there is an elephant. Between the children and the father there is a big another elephant. So they don't communicate. So don't create elephants in house. Means what? Don't create objections, obstacles. Be communicative. That matters. Okay, so what do you do? Communicate. How do you communicate? Don't serve chapati and ask them to eat. When you serve chapati, speak. Oh, I have seen you somewhere. I am your wife. So how do you make people communicate and more? Definitely they will get it. If you everything is perfect, they will each on you, right? Correct? So how do you make people look at you? It's too salty. Why? At least I want you to look at my face now. Yeah. No ways. You should stand up and jump.
Presence of mind.
Yeah. Good presence of mind to make you show your presence.
Do the job with the devotion. Do the job with the
Devotion. Bhagavad Gita, whole Bhagavad Gita has got 3 parts. Karma and then Jnana Yoga. Jnana is not bhakti towards Bhagavan. What does it mean? Ananyashchittayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogatshemam mahamaya. What does it mean? Ananyashchittayanto mam. Don't think something else. When I am here, I am talking to you. I am here and I am talking. No other word, anything happens is not in my thought at all. I am fully devoted to you. That's called devotion. So Bhagavan says, Ananyashchittayanto ma ye jana paryupasate, who serves me. That doesn't mean many people, bhaktas, useless, stupid, useless, wasting time. Go to temple and then say, Bhagavan, why? He told paryupasate, serve me. He doesn't mean that. That he is Vishnu. That Vishnu means karma, action. Bhagavan likes only those people who do the job 100%. Don't go to Bhagavan. He says, don't come to me. I don't want you. Clearly Bhagavan said. I am his representative. I know what he said. But
Children should enjoy the learning.
that we will enjoy when you are really involved in that. That is called a passion. Devotion is also called a passion. Passion doesn't mean, oh, I have passion in agriculture. Therefore, what I do? There is a beautiful vegetable garden there. I go in between, pluck and eat. Somebody has cultivated, right? Is that passion?
No.
Visiting is passion? No. You cultivate yourself, that becomes passion. Yesterday I sent you one beautiful video, right? What a beautiful video. 8 hours I kept my GoPro to check how the creeper grows. You put a string there for the creeper to grow, it will go and try to catch, and the spring will go and make, you know how much effort it has? If you want to see, you must observe it one full day. I have done it. By lunchtime, 2 o'clock, it becomes tired. Morning onwards, it was tired. And then the rope is there, a wind is enough to. So almost catching wind becomes a goes on, right? Can you imagine how much effort is there to make a cucumber for you by the plant? Don't you love that? I love flowers. I love this. When one rice is thrown, my mother used to scold those days. But one rice which is thrown. I never realized those days. And mother says, you don't know how much effort is there to take this on this plate. My father was a farmer, so he was 6 kilometers he has to walk. You know the value of this? Not the price. Price you are paying because of stupid politicians' rebate. 1 rupee, 2 rupee rice is given. But do you know the value of that? The land cost, the labor cost, the water cost, the air cost. And when you are eating in a 5-star hotel, must imagine those farmers who are sitting in the ground. You can have a beautiful picture of 5-star hotel, somebody sitting and put the agriculture fellow with all the mud in a small. Do you understand this? I taught this to my kids and I tell them I am basically a farmer. So I was traveling in Aurangabad somewhere on a trip. I saw laborers going. And I told my kids, I also did this. I never believed it. So we were all in Hyderabad staying in city. I said, stop the car. I went to the farmer and I said, I want to do. So my kids were asking, which language you speak in Babla? Babla is only one language. That is Babla's language, right? Whichever wherever you go, I can. So I was following. There is a beautiful video taken. I was in the garden. I do that. All the job I do with my hands. Not that blah blah blah. I work. I love to work on the garden. That is passion. Not instructing and giving it. Passion, right? Do it. Full passion.
Learn by heart and memorize.
Learn.
By heart.
Learn. Slowly.
Learn by heart and memorize.
What is your heart? What give it to them? Half you give. Who is your better half? Who is your better half?
Nature. My husband.
Your better half is husband. Maybe you are going to make your best half.
Sir?
You know, the husbands and wives are only called better half because best is somewhere else. Every day we hunt. And sometimes you can convert yourself as the best half, then the rest of the best half will become better. And we have a beautiful point in Kerala. He said, I did not marry because I don't want to part my heart. Understood? I love myself fully. I travel with such points. Small point, Kunyumi. I did not. Married because I don't want to part my heart. Yeah.
Don't wait for things to come to you. You can try.
But that is only theory, you will come. Now what about service? There is no point in giving lecture. It should happen. But I never wait. Given a chance, I jump and go there. Yeah. Yesterday, while traveling, I went and then tried whether I get that scale which is I couldn't get. 2-3 places I asked.
Giving the data and information is very important.
Data to? No data, no information, they will collect it. Your job is to give the technique of converting that information to knowledge. Because data is there in the textbook, information table, everything is there in the textbook. What is that your job? Not marking it up and then instead of that you can take a photocopy and distribute it. Your text can be a PowerPoint presentation distributed. No. In between lines there is a content which you should understand and that understanding whether you can share it to your. That is teacher's job. Okay? The story is written by the storyteller. Actors are there. What is director's job? Make it to a movie where people will. So each of your chapter is a movie. Text is there. Alright? Audience are there. You are the director. You have to make it in such a fashion. So your class, English class, I had a lot of teachers who came to me soon after B.Ed. They want to become teachers. So I was running the icon program. I said new teachers are welcome. I trained you. And I got teachers. You know, they don't teach at all. Act in the class. The whole chapter is acting. 10th class, maths, physics, chemistry, biology. Most of the subjects you can see on TPS, maths. One class in there. At least one class I have put on it as an exam. Which happens in my nanogram house. Biology also you can see. My brother was teaching because he is a better biology teacher. with applications so that people appreciate. So you are a marketing person for your subject. Finished. Then they will start learning. They will hunt for knowledge. They will grab it. They will ask a lot of questions. Yeah.
Don't wait for the change to happen. You be the change.
Definitely. Definitely people will follow. That's what is Acharya's job. Yadidācharya Nisrata Devedavati Rasaya Pramanam Gude Yogastha Dharmatade. Seeing you people will follow. And you become a bad example. That's what Krishna tells to Arjuna. If you don't fight, people will quote you as an example. Somebody ran away from the warfield and people don't do actions. Therefore you fight. You become a bad example of right. And once you are here, you already prepared. You know I am a teacher. Now don't complain about the job. Like Arjuna complained about fighting. Is it that he doesn't know he is going to fight with his customers previous night? Also he knows, right? If you know already why you are complaining today morning, you should not have come to the warfield. Having come to the warfield, your job is fighting. Having joined Vishwavidyapeeth, what is your job now? Don't teach. No. Facilitate them to understand. You are only a facilitator. That's it. I am only an agent. In chemistry, what is the agent called who makes things happen faster?
Catalyst.
Yeah. So what's your name? Don't tell I am a teacher. I am a catalyst. You name, no. Nowhere in the world the people would have called teachers as catalysts. No matter. I also don't know. What is it? You are a catalyst. You are a fertilizer. Correct or not? Environment is given, everything is kept, but still it is not growing. What is to be done? Add little more masala, so that it becomes beautiful. When somebody is asked to draw a flower, do you just draw a flower? What do you draw? Everything you draw, right? How do you draw? I have seen beautiful ritual hibiscus flowers here. I love hibiscus flowers. So you know how do I make children do? I don't know how do I do it. The leaf you take, paste it, and then draw only the stem. Flowers easy to draw. You take a tissue paper, run, ink, finish it. You know how beautiful it is. When you take picture, it looks so good. But how much does it take to draw? This is how I teach drawing. When you ask to draw flower, if you just put that, it won't become beautiful. What do you do? Step. It becomes correct. So, curriculum is given. Nobody gives curriculum unless the branches are given. It makes into a beautiful picture. Yeah. Share, no? Share. Yeah. Education is the only business in which assume that you have 10 rupees. Okay, 10 rupees is no value. 100 rupees you give to her, her 100 rupees comes to you. Each will have 100 only. In education, you give your knowledge to her, you give your knowledge to her, both knowledge becomes double. Not double, it improves. So sharing.
Yeah, ask first.
So as soon as possible you submit your anything.
Yeah.
I will whenever the entries are for I will use it.
And ask teachers, when you get somebody submits, you say, no, tomorrow you bring. Don't tell that. Accept it. Just accept it. No, the pleasure with which they are bringing something to you to show. Don't you think they will have a lot of happiness? If they come tomorrow means, they will feel upset. Accept it. That's it. And Western people make a lot of nice words, but intention is bad sometimes. Don't do that. Be genuine. Good? bad, no problem. But little polish. Shilpa, no? Yeah. Suppose Shilpa gives me a cup of tea and say, yeah, tea is very good, thank you. But if I make tea, I would have added little more sugar. What does it mean? Yeah. Yeah, but milk is also little less, would have been very good. Make it very good, right? Yeah. It's not very strong. Finish that. What does it mean? Yeah, but they will never tell you directly like this. Got it? So, Shilpam is never made beautiful. Shilpa? Shilpa. What is Shilpa?
Precious stone carved.
Yeah. So, you know what is criticism? What's your subject? Dance. So, how it is made perfect? It's called criticism. Correct? English. What is criticism language? Which language is yours? Kannada. So what is in Bangla? Ami Bangla bolchi. What is in Bangla for criticism? What is Ninda? That is negative. But that is not a literary translation. You will have another word. Guaranteed. Ninda is negative because criticism is generally seen as negative. That's a colloquial translation. But I want the literary translation. Nirupanam. What is Nirupanam? I am creating the shape better. So what is criticism meant for? Rupam. Improving the Rupam is called criticism. So Bharatiya Shastram have always a colloquial meaning which we generally use in our mother tongue is not the actual meaning. Okay, Nirupanam means the shape is not good for the Shilpam. So what do I do? Little change here, make it better. Okay. Have you seen the movie? See one Malayalam movie at least. Perundachan. Perundachan. Tachan means carpenter. Perundachan means the chief carpenter of Kerala. And that there is a movie made Perundachan. He was one of the best sculptors of Kerala. All the statues and temples he used to be the constructor. The temple construction includes making the statue. What a beautiful movie, no? And dance also, traditional dance is one. The second one is connecting to life. I had got beautiful few dancers who I used to invite for national seminars and all. They connected that to the real life. Right? And they make audience also partner to that. And there is a beautiful one. I don't know whether it's on YouTube. I have that collection. During the America's intervention in many wars, Kuwait, war and all that. During that time, I think they made a beautiful song and that was made. I have that. She's a student in US, California, a biotechnology student. Beautiful dance. You just send me that will tell you how to make a dance along with the screen in the back with a lot of background stories. Narrating the stories, but she is part of that, and there will be some statue wherein Bush is signing the paper, but she will be there dancing on his table and then telling him that this is not what you are doing right. You understood? It's a big, beautiful way of collision of two things together, which I used to teach, making video and then mixing things together in graphics. That was shown as an example. I have got a lecture, I don't have that copy of it. How dance is related to Puja Vidhi. Tantra Shastram, they do a lot of, and actually all these mudras what you have is also in Tantra Shastram. So I related Tantra Shastram with the dance and gave some 6 hours of lecture. Everything was recorded. There was a center, Kudiyatam you heard? Do you know Kudiyatam? Heard about Kudiyatam? No. Kudiyatam means, Kudi means together. A boy and a girl together presenting a story. In Kerala, one of the art form is called Kudiyatam. Search Kudiyatam. There is a United Nations UN center there in Kerala. Venu G is the name. Venu G. VENU. Venu, capital G. His initial is G, not JIG, with respect. Venu G. His kids are all dancers. His wife is a dancer. He himself is a dancer. So, that place, I was doing this long back, maybe 22 years back. Good. Finished? Everybody? Yeah.
You should not repeat any instructions.
Only once. Once you tell, it's me, I am saying. And your presence should. See, if you keep saying, keep quiet, that means you are not that effective.
It happens with us also. Like parents keep on repeating the instructions.
That's the problem. That's how we are all been trained. This is our problem. That's what I keep saying. The mother will keep calling the child in the morning, wake up, it's 7 o'clock. Though it is 6 o'clock, you will say it's 7 o'clock. So why? See, no, I take my own example from my own life only I am talking. When my kids were young in the schools, they have to keep the dress in the reverse direction which they have to wear. The inner wear first, then the shirt, then the belt, then the socks, then the shoes. In that order they have to keep, then only sleep. So morning there is no hurry, shirt is not, it's their job. Keep it there, then only sleep. So is there a hurry in the morning? I am also going to office, my wife is also going to office. It's their job. So if you make that to happen from childhood onwards, finished. No instructions is required, it happens. So every job what is done. So no second. Once it is told, every day it happens. Otherwise it's a morning job. Where is your belt? Where is your shoes? Why is it not polished? So many questions will come. Right? I don't know whether you noticed. What is the date today? Have you seen anybody wearing it? I don't know whether you noticed. Every day my socks is based on the day. Got it? I have to plan. So when I am coming from, test tomorrow. So I checked Monday. Oh, Monday I am not going. So keep it. Very disciplined. Discipline is part of life.
Very nice. She asked a question in her mind.
Some teachers have not finished it, so please volunteer.
Anybody? Yeah.
Myself, if mind is confused, can't do meditation.
Actually, there is no doing meditation. The word doing meditation itself is wrong. Learning meditation is most stupid. Myself and my husband and whole family went to meditate. What is meditation? Going inside you. How can you go inside with all your husband, wife? Got it? Group meditation. 1 lakh rupees first row, second row. Many people started selling it, Namaskaram to all those stupid fellows who are paying and learning this. Nothing. Dosha making is meditation. When you make dosha. For DrTPS, taking class is meditation. Driving is meditation. Agriculture is meditation. Writing poetry is meditation. What is meditation? You do it 6 hours. Dance is meditation. When you dance, ask a dancer to dance, 6 hours you dance, they will not become tired. You are enjoying. But assume your audience are so stupid and useless, 10 minutes you become tired. If you concentrate on them. If you don't concentrate, you are doing yourself. See, many dancers, they shut the door and dance, right? Is it to show somebody else? My kids used to make joke when we go for marriages. Papa, nobody is there on stage. Lot of audience. Why couldn't you give a lecture here? Because they know I enjoy it. My children used to make lot of joke. Got it? Because they enjoy it. When you enjoy, it doesn't make you to become tired. That's it. So that non-tiring job which you can do hours together is called that. So I am getting into meditation myself. I am not buying meditation. I am not learning meditation. When you drink water, oh, I drank water, as whole family we enjoyed. Huh? I drank water, how can the whole family enjoy? They have to drink their water, right? It's similarly. So I don't teach meditation, though I am a meditation master from Himalayas. I take many people in it. US also, when I go, somebody call me for some yoga center, see my yoga center. So I go there. I tell them, change this word, meditation, and put them dharanalayam. That's what I suggest. So generally what I have, no meditation hall, dharanalayam. What is dharana? Attention, concentration. So what will happen? Silence. So you can see DrTPS meditation. I use the word meditation also. Right? So I was teaching young children meditation. 150 children coming. As soon as they come, they have a towel, lie down like this, and the tummy goes in and out. Just focus on that. Anybody can do that? Fine? That is breathing technique. This, when I do that, I remember Argentina, one of the ladies saw that video and immediately called me and said, oh, first time I am seeing a different meditation. I want to learn. Isabel. So they have a meditation group in Argentina. So I had a discussion with them. I taught to them. Again, this is what exactly the simplest meditation. And similarly, meditation DrTPS, if you type, you will see 2005 or 7 I was teaching in Delhi. That video is also there. Don't see video. Listen. Take breath inside and then pass it inside your body everywhere. Cleanse your body. Cleaning your body is meditation. A good meditator, right? If I have a small friction, make a friction, fire will come. That's a test of a good meditator. Why? I can push oxygen out. But when you do, what will go? Oxygen or carbon dioxide? Air will go with the carbon dioxide more. Only oxygen. Some Swamiji say, no, take oxygen inside. So when I meet such fellows, I will ask, which filter you have here where only oxygen can go inside? Oh, what does it mean? I said, air is only. Oh, is it like that? Because they have failed in mathematics, they failed in chemistry and then became meditator. I said, there are a lot of chemistry which you have to learn. Air content also you should know. How much oxygen will be there in this air now? You also don't know, right? 16% to 20% say. Right? So when you breathe inside, that air is what is going. But your body is full of impurities. Malam. Malam. Sharirasya. Vaidyakenacha. In the sloka it is there, no? So when that your body is impure, when you breathe out, what will happen? 4% of oxygen will get converted into carbon dioxide. 0.7% carbon dioxide will become 4.7 when you push it out. 20% oxygen will become 16% because 100% has to be full, no? Finished. So you become clean while breathing. But all the time your thought process is making you more and more unclean. So meditation is, first pranayama is one level. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. How do you reach samadhi? After pranayama, after all these steps. Dharana is good enough. Concentration is possible? Yes. How do you concentrate? Breath concentration is one of the best. So lie down like this. Tummy goes up and down. That feeling itself will make you to control your breath in your style. My style, you cannot do it. Young children, I was also doing all this, what I learned from some people, and then hold your breath I used to have satsang in my house. Saturday, all kids will come to learn. Hold your breath, and some fella, it goes. You cannot hold it like a pressure cooker. It goes. How long you can hold? Correct? Nothing wrong. And then we will say 1, 2, 3. You count. 3, 2, 1. You count. All this counting will not happen. Number will not be there. Each one of us have a different ability. Can I ask you to think the style which I am thinking? Can I ask you to eat the way I am eating? No. You will eat your style, I will eat your style. How much to eat? Tomorrow you have eating pattern also by dietitian, right? Ardha puradayedannam tadardham varinam tada. How much to eat? Half of your tummy should be filled with garam, solid. Half of that half, that means 1/4 with water. 1/4 should be free. So if you think you can eat 10 idlis, eat only 5. Now don't think 20 and eat a 10. Don't become too. Eating pattern itself is described in our Midam bhuktva, eat little, shatam japtva, keep speaking. Pranayama is speaking, pranayama is singing. Have you seen politicians? They live longer because they speak. Teachers, you're all blessed. Because you speak, don't do pranayama again. Teaching itself is a pranayama. Right? Chanting mantra is a pranayama, dance is a pranayama. Your breath is controlled by default. Why do you want to again go to another buffalo to learn pranayama? It's there inside your job itself. That's why I don't teach. What I do is, your job you do perfectly, good enough. Okay? All pujaris, pranavana vyanodhana samaname shuddhyandam, jyodirham vrija vipatma bhuya sangha swaha, vakmana chakshu srotra grana jikware do buddhyagri sankalpame shuddhyandam, pranavana vyanodhana samaname shuddhyandam. My prana which goes inside and coming out has to be equally beautiful. So 0.7 should not become 4.7. Clean vessel, you put water and then rinse it. The water becomes bad means the burtan is not clean. That means you are not clean. Such people are not benefited by doing any puja in any temple. So they have a prescription called Sapta Shuddhi. Prana, this is the sloka for that. Pranabhana vyanodhana samaname shuddhyandam jyodirham virija vipatma bhuya sangha swaha. Vak. Word comes from mana. Vak, mana. Where the manas gets words from chakshu, srotra, grana, jihvaredo, buddhyagriti, sankalpa. Sankalpa is more beautiful. I have a dog, I have a son. Son is also good, dog is also good. But when I get angry, I use both together to somebody else. Correct or not? What do you call when somebody gets angry? Don't you use mixed together? So two things are good, but who is mixing it? Your sankalpa is mixing it. That is bad. What a beautiful system we had in our life. Don't you think you have to learn this? So eating, midam bhuktva, shatam japtva, patashatam shanai, vama bhage shayanasya. Turn left and sleep. You will become most comfortable. Nurse? Yeah, she did not listen. Anyway, let it go. Yeah. Yeah, continue. Nurse also did not listen. She is also. Yeah. No problem. Continue. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Continue. She wanted to say something. Yeah. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Bhagavad Gita sloka. Shraddha is, focus is important. The sunlight has same energy, but when you focus, it can make to burn the paper. Yeah. Done? Any question? You have time?
10 minutes.
Yeah. Any question?
First, travel more to learn more.
Eh?
Travel more to learn.
Yeah. Traveling gives you a lot of learning mechanisms.
Continuities. If you learn more, earn more.
Earn more. Learn more, earn more. I don't think.
So you would say this.
Yeah. Earning, not necessarily dhanam. There are different earnings. Relationship is a big earning, right? That you may improve.
Listening helps us to enhance our knowledge.
Yeah. Any question? Any sharp one question? In your whole life, my prayer is let you have no chance to meet me again in your life. No, you have learned all that what I can say. Finished.
आपने कल बताया है कि जो विष्णु का जो 10 अवतार है उनमें से एक्चुअली राम और परशुराम तो दोनों सेम टाइम पे थे तो कैसा
Actually, Parashuram is called Chiranjeev. So Parashuram was living for long years because he had a great blessing. He is the only one who is very close to Shiva.
सर अगर उनको चिरंजीवी के लिए अगर बुलाया गया था तो क्या वो होने के बाद भी वो एक उनका अवतार चाहिए
Actually, Purna avatar and half avatar. There are many avatars. So Parashurama is not a full avatar. वो पूर्ण अवतार नहीं है, पार्शियल अवतार है, इसलिए ऐसे होता है. Parashurama was one of the greatest men who cut Ganesha's. You know why? You know why? There is a great lesson for teachers from that story. Parashurama was going to see his teacher. Who is his teacher? Shiva. And then when he was going, Parvati was kept two people on guard at the gate. Ganesha and Subramanya. Two kids. Saying, don't allow anybody. We are enjoying. Right? But then Subramanya is an astrology man. He is my God. I am also an astrologer. That's why he said, which day I will die. So Subramanyam know that Parashurama is coming. He is going to fight with me. So he said, I will just come. Ganesha, take guard. I am taking a break. So he went. So when he came, who was there? Ganesha. Ganesha said, no, you cannot enter. Okay. So what Parashurama did? Parashurama took his sword and he said, to whom you are playing? And you know what Ganesha did? Ganesha took Parashurama himself in that and then turned like this and said, you are only rotating. You can imagine that scene, no? Parashurama is rotating the axe, but then Ganesha is taking him and rotating and then put him down. With that chakkar, the sword went from his hand. Exactly, it went and hit. And that sound made the whole Kailasa to tremble. Beautiful story to dance, eh? I got a lot of stories to dance like this. Dashamahavidya, I made a beautiful dance form. I think long back somebody did. After that, I have not seen anybody. Dashamahavidya. There is a book by DrTPS. Dashamahavidya. Dancers should read them. Different forms. Kali to all the forms. Every goddess in that form is something which is beautiful to see. So that time, I don't know the Sanskrit word, I know the Malayalam one. Ninakkanam. Then what happens is immediately Parashurama can think and Krishna can come. Vishnu can come, say. And then Vishnu says, Parvati, don't curse him. Because Parvati is going to curse because her son only, not Shiva's, right? So there is a tug of war between the husband and the wife. The wife says, it is because of my son, your student did it. And Vishnu comes and says, you know, Parashurama is student. Whose student? Your husband's student. Ninakkanam putraril midayanim. You should consider a student is higher than the son. Why? Ninakku garbha prasavadi pidayai. Every child comes out with giving lot of pains to their mother. And a student is your son, your daughter, without giving garbha prasavadi pida. You understood? Your children have given pain to you. Did any student has given that pain to you? I'll tell you, my students keep their DP with me for last 10 years also. I was showing. They must not have, not one, many are there. Constant in touch, only one. This picture is 20th March 2011. Still it is being kept. So 12 years somebody keeping your DP and your student, and their parents will call and then tell, no, my daughter to come and see me once. And she flies from America to come and see me, stay with me, and then fly without seeing their parents also sometimes. Is it not a credit for a teacher? Yes or no? Eh? How much I spent for her? Oh, I have spent some time, that's enough. Got it? So, your children, yeah, children are good, biological. How many children I have? Many. They may be in contact or not contact, that doesn't matter. But after 8 years, 10 years also, they will become. See, I was telling Kavita, no, who was, when the lunch was being served, I said, there was somebody who was serving lunch like this. She failed in BCom. I asked her to write BCom. Now she passed BCom and MCom. All that I was telling. I have whoever is serving me, I will also ask them. You see what is it written there? Okay. So who was serving me in my office lunch, what do they call me? Chacha. You understood what I am saying? When? 2010. Now also when some of the family member require something, they will send a voice message. Not their requirement. Some far off relative wants some help, send a message, I'll send a message. And then as soon as the message is got, okay Chacha. Yeah, now you have a paper. Now you have seen few faces responding, all that. Do you want to change some rank? For somebody, you make a difference. Somebody you may not have interacted, not got, not heard also possible, right? Any change is required? Not required. Then the first few ranks, what is the quality you have seen? Just write one sentence. One sentence or one word is good enough. This is why I ranked them as the best. Last 5 and first 5 is good enough, not all the 39. Yeah, this is the quality which I have seen in them. This is the quality which I have seen in them. The first 5 and the last 5. If you want to change, you have got another option in another column. With your interaction, with your thoughts, you think that, oh, some correction is required. I found this teacher, I never thought she would have collected some good points. Now today I have seen, she gave a good point. Let me change that number. There I don't want you to change all the 39. 1 or 2 if you want to correct, good enough. Yeah. And then why? The last column is why. Why do you want to rate them as good? And today, if you want to change why, that change. That also you can change. Yeah. I control it, but after some time it speaks, I will have to go and stop. Yeah, it's controlled. Sound is enough. Let's put some pictures. Done? Only 5, no. 1 word, 1 sentence, 1 line, good enough. There is a beautiful book by me on education also. adaptive learning, e-web and net learning, pedagogies and practices, published by Discovery Publishers, but that not available now, copies. So the whole e-book I have kept. You can download. All my books are there on my website. You can download it. And there are 90 blogs. Oh, I forgot today how to write exams. Enjoy your exam. Enjoy exam and study. There is a blog. 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. Read that. You want to write so much bad things and good things about somebody? Don't write essays. One line only is given. Don't write appendix added and then put another big page. Email follows. Right? Correct? Yeah, what you do is, your paper you pass it on to the last. Pass it either this side or that side. You understood? From the last person, pass it on to the first fellow. So it comes to these two people fast. You understood how things happens very fast? There are 1,000 people also, we will do it in 5 minutes, done, finished, last. Pass it. You are also forcing the next fellow, finish it because you are passing it. Correct? You have to collect. These are the methods. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, see, I did not understand. Here I did not ask anybody to write your name on those papers. Have you seen that? Understood? Somebody has written your name there? Not required. It doesn't matter who is writing whom.
She has to collect.
Collect.
You have to collect everything. Yes.
So these two people, leaders, come here, come, give us.
Who is still writing? Finished? Given everyone?
Anybody is taking home? Now you know at home what you can do, right? What I do is, during the camps, the first day, I make all the 10 members interact morning till evening. By evening, one form will be there. After 3 days, again another form. We have seen people who are rated very bad, no activity and all that, will compete to become most famous. By 10 days camp, everything changes. Got it? So now if you believe or you think that, oh, I am not rated well, what is to be done? Go and say, your sari is very good. You look so beautiful, your hairstyle is good, this jimki is very good. You keep talking to you. Next time you will get a good one. Next time we will ask you to write names and send. Why am I doing it?
Why did you take it away?
I am taking it because this is the way you should do it in your class. Anything what I do to teachers is for you to implement in your class so that you can make your children. Have you seen most of the people don't speak also will become speak. Then what do I do is next make groups. See, I was telling today, you are sitting 10th class, 7th, 8th, 9th. If I am doing, I will not do like that. All 7th class will be in one row. Next 8th, so that they will not speak to anybody. When you make all the 7 to sit together, each small change can make a lot of change in the attitude. When I was attending your assembly, immediately I said, don't make children to stand there. 3 students were almost becoming tired there. No? None of you can, but children they cannot. Should not. They should face in different directions, so to speak. Different directions. Slightly different where sun will not, right? See, when he is standing, why I am not able to concentrate? I cannot see him because when he stands there, the light is reflecting on him. It will happen when sun is reflecting. Even assembly, what is happening, they are not able to see. The problem is not light on them. What is happening, who is speaking, who is this person coming and standing there, who is principal, nothing can be seen. So what is the whole purpose? What a small change. That's what, yeah. Good enough?
You always ask children how do you...
Not we, you ask.
Sorry. I always ask how you are influenced by your parents. So can it be like some other personality we can say that...
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you when he say Madru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, it's all good. But you can see most of the parents are not good to their children. I had a 9th class girl who came to me and she was performing 20 marks. Very dull, less than 20 in most of the exams. And the parents took to me when I was in Delhi and said, very bad performance, we fed up. I said, leave her here. So 9th class girl was with me from morning till evening. I said, what breakfast you had? We had sandwich. I said, no, let us make upma. And I cook generally myself. So we had food together. By the time evening, you know, she must have slept on my lap many times, crying. And then I asked, how many times you must have slept on your mother's, father's lap? I don't even remember. When you say, Madru Devo Bhava, will it happen to such people? Is their parents or role models for them? So I'll tell you, today I scolded one boy, no? Immediately I told him, he's a good boy, probably his parents' communication is bad. That can be the reason. We find most of the time the reason is the family behind. In many schools, even here I don't know the breakfast you are giving. Many places when I go ask how many of you did not have a breakfast, I will say 60% of them did not have a good breakfast. Either they are poor or the rich. Both places this problem is there. So when your tummy is not filled, you will not be able to attend the class. And ambition. I was executive director of an engineering college. On quarter page only, I cut this and then this page is given, asking them to fill up what you want to be in life. Many people have written nothing. Don't try to make us anything. Because the background is such. They have no expectations in life. Do you think you can give a lot of hope and suggestions and all that? Don't expect that. That's what I said. Dharmaputra and Duryodhana both are in same family. Duryodhana's father was blind. His mother also became blind. That's why they produced 100 children, both husband and wife in darkness. Look, Mahabharata has a lot of stories to tell. If only mother is attentive, good enough. That's what. If some students are good, performing good, immediately they can say, mother is good at home. That's why we say Madru Devo Bhava. Then only Pitru. So, one girl came to me, I asked mother how much mark you will give. So she said less than 20. Useless. I don't know what is to be done. Fed up. I said all my programs in the two districts, it's in Alapi. Alapi and Kottayam is neighboring districts. Whenever I come, you should come with your daughter. So I go to colleges for teachers training program also. And this Reshma I used to call on the stage. Speak. A dull student, less than 20, 7th class. She has become my pet. I told her, this time you could not speak. Next time, next month I am coming for another teacher's program. You will be on the stage, you have to speak. And you have to prove that you are DrTPS student. You know, after 2 years, all my videos she will see, learn how to become a good teacher, and she gives lecture to teachers in colleges when she was in 10th class. Now she is a doctor. When I see her mother, I will ask, how much mark you will give to her now? 200%. Good enough? I went and stayed in their house 2 times. Good enough. I have a lot of such examples. You need some mentor. Very, very essential. If parents are not, got it? Everybody. Parents have a limitation because you are seeing every day. They will not listen. No, you need somebody who will guide you. Because they may not know everything, right? Options in studying, you may not know. What job, what can be done. And lot of problems are there these days. Lot of problems. Very, very, very difficult situations. At home also they have. We don't know what are all happening inside their brain, right? Teenage is the one toughest time. Adolescence is much worse. The world is so bad. So in that situation, the other day I was talking to one of my students who was in Hyderabad. Now she is a HR manager for a hotel. So she was telling, Ernakulam, my daughter is growing up. That's my biggest worry. She says. Because she is in a hotel now. She knows what are all happening inside the hotel. Got it? So she says, such a nasty, dirty place. But where is good in this world? Everywhere it is there. So difficult. World is not that simple and cool. So every child also will have this. So every teachers have got a role. You are all mentors. That's why I have a program called Mentors Navigation Program, which I ran in Kerala. How you become a good mentor. How do you become a good mentor? Each one of you in B.Ed, you have got a psychology. But you write it and take paper and then pass it. That's not good enough. You are a parent for your children. All your students are your child. Right? Your responsibility is to know where my child can go tomorrow and then study. So your aim, you are teaching mathematics. I must teach mathematics in such a fashion that my student will become a PhD in mathematics tomorrow. Each one of them, you don't know who is going. So your expectation is, you are searching for that. Got it? In that mode, when I teach, what will happen? I will raise them to that level. That's why I keep saying, make your children to raise into highest and highest level. A 7th class student should. I went to this Reshma's house. I took her in different programs. Reshma's interest was I should go to her school and then speak. And she went to the principal. Principal said, who is this Dr. Shashikumar? I never heard about him. No, we cannot invite him. You know, she did not leave there. She went to chairman. She went to secretary. Every day she will call me and said, nobody is inviting. I said, I am not famous. What can be done? And I've already scheduled all the lecture who has to be invited. Shashikumar cannot be. I said, don't worry. On January 7th, I will come to your school in assembly. I will come. So I told somebody else. It's easy for me. If I tell collectors also, every collector will listen to me in Kerala. Not difficult to go to any school or college wherever I want. So I said, I will be there on 7th. So I went there. I told somebody else. And I also told them the Destination IAS, one program which I have. Destination IAS award was given to her. And to give that award, I went to that school. So somebody else is sponsoring the whole program. I went there. In the assembly, I gave that. And then the principal asked me to speak. I said, you only said DrTPS should not speak. So I am not speaking. Got it? So I didn't speak. Then Reshma took me to her class, 10th class. So I went there. All that is there in the video. Beautiful. So I didn't go to that school. After that, they called me many times. I am not coming. If you want, I will come to Alapi, come there. So many of them came and attended. Teachers came there and attended. Reshma was a beautiful example which I created. So many are there like that. One example. Kartika is there. Reshma is there. Here Pradeep is there, I told you. And here there was one Venkatesh who was doing LLB. He was discontinuing his studies after 3rd year. I said no. And then later when I was in Delhi, I was flying. Somebody came and then fallen on my feet. After I am seeing him after 20 years almost. Then he said, don't you remember me? I am Venkatesh. I said, what are you doing? I am that time some minister, I think transportation minister's personal secretary. Then he took me to transportation minister. And then he told so and so is coming. So minister was standing up and then said. Then I said, no. Venkatesh told about you many times. So a student talking to his boss many times after 20 years also, no? Why? Because make a difference in somebody's life. Somebody asked me, am I vegetarian or non-vegetarian? Who asked? Yeah. My last eating on non-veg was Venkatesh's house. Because he took me to his village. We have to go so far, 70 kilometers or so, then tractor, then walk. When I reached there, they made only ragi, little rice and chicken. So I said, I don't eat chicken, I want little curd. Curd was not there in the house. Some onion, mirchi, salt. I was so hungry also. Something mixed, nothing was there. So should I not eat or eat? I ate. It was half cooked also. His happiness is much higher than my discipline in my life. So that's the last time I ate Venkatesh's house. So I have no discipline. More than discipline is love towards somebody. Making somebody happy. Ena kena prakarena. Last sloka from me. Ena kena prakarena. Yasya kasyabi dehinaha. What you do, when to do, how to do, why to do, don't ask this. Yasya kasyabi dehinaha. Some deha, some people, sandosham janayat pratna. If you give little happiness to them for some time, what is called the Ishvara Puja. What is Ishvara Puja? Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyabi dehinaha sandosham janayat pratna tadaivam Ishvara Pujanam. Understood? Making somebody happy for a moment is what is life. If you can do it for longer time, when I do it for teachers, I love teaching teachers, because if I take class for 100 students, little effect only will be there. But if I teach 30 teachers, how many are there here? 39. Say 35, 40 teachers. One biggest curse for teachers is once you become teacher, you can get no other job in this life. This is the last job. Try if you can. Very difficult to get some other job. And how long you will continue? Another 20 years. And some of you will become principal tomorrow. Yes or no? Your ambition is to become principal. Why? Then I don't have to teach, no? Correct? So assume you become that. So how many students this impact will be there? So you're all torchbearers. One message, some small change in that can get into maximum number of people. My professor Rudraya was a vice chancellor, but as vice chancellor he used to teach. Yeah, good. Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyapi dehinaha. You want to come with me? Okay. Tell me. Yeah. 94474379848. Okay, ask. No problem. Time is there. Yeah. Ask.
In my class there are two types of students, special kids and the very notorious or the hyperactive kid. So what happens if they are making the other class disturb? So I ask them to sit. So whereas I think that I should not do that, because we will be the class, whatever that they are learning, he would not be able to learn.
Correct.
But if he goes there, the others won't be able to learn. That is the hyperactive kid. When I have a special child, a physically able child, should I concentrate on his or her participation in the group, or should I technically correct the child? How should I take that?
See, the peer group's learning is much easier than the teacher's teaching. Suppose there is a very special requirement, somebody else want to make them a group, and then that group should practice. Assume that few steps or anything, either mathematics or English or dance. You make a small group and then make them to practice and then come back. They will learn much faster. Your instructions, you know who all can dance. You identify 10 people, right? Suppose you have 30 people or 40 students are there. 10 of them are doing good. Ask them to stand in the line. Ask them to call the rest of the people. So you make their own option of students. Make that into a group and then ask them to practice separate and then come back and then do it. Do this 2-3 times, you will see all of them must have learned. So your effort becomes less, and your students, best students, become teachers for the rest. The group study is always the best. The other day I have shown, I think, teachers group. When teachers were there, I made them into a group. That's what I do. Identify. Come 3 volunteers, 5 volunteers come here. 5 volunteers come, ask them to select their groups. So you are not disparity or showing. The first one can call one, next one can call one, next one can call one, next one can call one. Then go the reverse. So all of them get equal chances. Make their groups. Suppose 6-member group you want, 30 children are there. Call 5 smart fellows up. Make the groups. Then the rest they will do it. Easiest method is somebody would have understood. That's why you know that, oh, I taught this. And when they communicate, let them fight, no problem. They will fight only with very few people. Right? So I know that this person is going to fight with me. They will not call them in that group. No. And you are not showing discrimination. They are only showing. And they will mix with many people which you may not even expect. Got it? And every time same fellow will not be called. Same fellow will not come as a volunteer. So groups keep on changing. Therefore, lot of knowledge will go. That's called peer groups learning. Acharyat Padamadatta. 1/4 should be learned from the Acharyas. Padam Shishya Swamedhaya. Padam Sa Brahmacharibhya. All that is required. Padam Kalakramanach. That's a method to teach. Everything. You can see most of my classes, I make groups of children and then ask them to study. Even drama, poetry writing, translation, newspaper reading, maths, physics, chemistry, I make groups. What do? Is I ask them to, one chapter is over, make groups, ask them sit together, prepare 10 questions. Group wise. And this group question, transfer that group question, put it here, all of them together, write one answer only. So every bright child, every dull child, everybody is learning together. Finished. Yeah.
If you are doing some practical session or activity based also, some children will not listen. How do we convince?
This is what I am saying. When the activity is done not by you directly with a group, things will happen much. And there may be small disturbances. Some disturbances you don't care, so that when really things happen, when you speak, they take it serious.
They will think that why should I want it? I don't want it.
Yeah, see, whenever a teacher is teaching, I'll tell you, the 20 best cricketers doesn't require coach. Without a coach also, they will become best. Correct? And the worst 20, even if the best coach is given, they cannot perform. So actually teacher's job is only for the 60 mediocres. Your job is only for the 60, in between this 20 to 20. If that is done, you are the best. Don't expect 100%. That will not happen. Even with all this, do you think everybody spoke here? I know who did not give 1 point also. You cannot do it. Nothing can be done. That's it. Yeah.
Photograph.
Oh, okay. So what should I do? Good enough? Makeup kit is there. Yeah.
Which direction?
The oil control is there.
Which direction? This direction is fine. Teachers. Or this way?